Well, good morning all. Well, Jeff and I are back. We're back to the same spot, basically because this is really kind of the only spot we can get to right now. We have had a good rain since the last time we were in here. We don't look at the river. We didn't get much runoff, but the river is a little bit darker than it was, so there was some, but it hasn't come up into where we're working yet.
It's just enough to make the rocks really slick.
Yeah. So we got another rain coming in 2 days, and that one, now that the ground's wet, that one's probably going to start running off and the river's going to come up. So this may be our last hurrah on this spot. So we figured, what the heck, we'll run up here, give her a go, and see if we can find some gold. Well, this is where we left off last time. This time, Jeff brought a shovel. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to pull all this gravel, work up to this bedrock here. We might move this rock. I don't know if we're going to or not, but we're going to check this area right where I'm sitting. We're going to check this area and then pull this one back and see what's under it. Anyway, that's the plan right now. Oh, this bedrock. I think I'm figuring out why when we find these old shovels, the front half is gone. Yeah, it's a different color.
Yeah, that's, I don't know what that is.
That's too light.
Oh, that's a rock. There's the edge right there.
That's not, that's bedrock.
Is it?
Yep. Is it metal detector time?
Got a signal.
It looks like we got a nice light target right there. And it looks like there's a crack running right down there.
Right on bedrock.
Here's hoping. Now we're pushing it around in this pile. Finally, it's in the pan. Oh, I'm picking that up. Well, don't be ruining my target.
Check here.
Oh, fine. Just ruined my piece of gold.
Piece of wire.
Even though the target was a little piece of wire, I'm still going to take this down and pan it because it's a nice little catch here. So I'll be right back. Well, nothing. Not so much as a speck. It's probably my leg. Well, what we've been doing is we're digging gravel out, throwing it back here, then we'll metal detect the area, and then we also come back and metal detect our pile because, you know, a good portion of the gold we find now is gold that the old timers threw in their pile. So we figure we'll check both areas. Now I would just check this pile, and right here I got a target that I threw up there. So we'll see if we can find what that is. I think this might be an old nail that Jeff threw up here to keep me busy. All right, we got it in the shovel. An old 22 casing. Okay, well that was it. Back to digging. Well, I just finished another pan, and I hate to say this, but Jeff is ahead of me, and he's got a piece of gold so small you can hardly see it. So that gives you an idea of how good I'm doing. I may have to grab my metal detector and run off and find some gold so I can get ahead of them.
What detector?
Yeah, it's pretty much been confiscated. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to digging. Just finished another pan, and I'm ahead of Jeff. I have 2 pieces in this pan. And these pieces are really, really small, but still, I have 2 pieces, puts me ahead of Jeff.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah. You're saving those?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm within striking distance.
Let me show you this gold. Okay, well we're gonna have to zoom in so you can see these. You can see there's 2 little pieces of gold and a little tiny piece of lead, which I'm pretty sure was my target. We keep on pulling gravel back and detecting and anything that looks good, like it might catch some gold, we dig out and pan it. And we're finding my last 2 pans, I picked up 3 more pieces, but they're really, really small. So we're still going to continue going forward as long as we're getting something, so we're happy. But hopefully, eventually, we're going to run into a picker here at least. Problem I've been having is every time I find a piece, Jeff finds a piece. And his last pan, he had the biggest piece. Now, grant you, we're talking pretty small stuff here, but still, he had the biggest piece. Well, I just put him to shame. I got one that you can actually see. Let me show you. You can see here, it's still nothing to write home about, but
Today it is.
today, that's a nice chunk. The problem I've got is I've tunneled about as far as I can under this boulder, and I need to move that boulder. But I have this boulder, and maybe those 2 boulders are all going to come down if I move this boulder. So we may just jump up and try to move that boulder and see if we can get it pulled back out of the way to where I can get up here and approach it from that angle. I think if I try to move this one, it's all just going to fall down. I'm not going to be able to get to any of it. So we're probably going to break for lunch, make a plan, and then attack this pile after lunch. Back from lunch, and finally quit raining. Got good news. There's no way Jeff's going to catch me now, because I found a penny coming back from lunch. So unless he's got a nickel in his pocket, he's not catching me.
No nickels.
No nickels.
Not yet.
I'm in the lead. I got one that's really, really small, but it's big enough I can hold it in my fingers. So far today, this is a massive nugget. Let me show you.
Biggest piece so far.
There it is, the nugget of the day so far. We're at the point where we're boulder bound. So the plan is we're just gonna move this rock and we have no idea what's gonna happen. Basically, we're gonna bar that thing and run for it and come back and see what's left. One. You want to get that rock for me? Oh! Well, that was a large yawn. Okay, get out of the way, I got loose. It really didn't open us up anything. I could just slide it off there. Okay, so it doesn't slide too easy. Okay, grab that and stack it over there. Doesn't look that big, but okay, it should slide now. Son of a bitch! Oh, now you're moving that one.
They're all moving.
Well, let's move them all then. Yeah, they are all moving. What?
I don't move one, I move them all.
You would think it wouldn't be a big issue to move this rock, but apparently it is. Finally. Get you caught up. It's been several hours. Jeff and I, okay, well, not really Jeff and I. Jeff tried to move this rock that's still sitting right there.
It's not moving.
I went upstream in search of some easier bedrock, and I ended up finding one really small piece. Still had a target down in a hole. And I worked and worked. There was a rock about this yay big. Could not get it out, so I had to come down, grab the bar. Jeff went up with me, helped me get this rock out. Got the rock out, go to check my target, no target. Come to find out, the target was sitting right on top. We're about that far from where I found a big nail. And I spent an hour digging for no reason at all, but I did end up with a nice piece of gold. Jeff and I did a little more looking in the area, and what, last year, year before?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, Jeff found a piece of gold up there, I don't know, 6 feet from where I found this one. So we started looking around, got a real slight reading. Jeff dug down and picked up a nice little piece of gold. So we just came back with 2 pieces of gold. our biggest stuff yet today. Let me show you the gold.
And I only dug for about a minute.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, there's the piece I found, and this is the piece that Jeff found. And this piece looks like it's been broken. We were trying to look for the other half of it.
Hour of digging, 1 minute of digging.
I said we weren't going to talk about that. My light is flashing on my sound system, which means I'm about ready to lose my sound. And I'm beat. Jeff's got a spot he's working over here. He's going to go up and metal detect it. I'm pretty much going to pack everything up. Unless Jeff finds something nice, then I'm going to glom in on his spot and look a little more. But other than that, I'm going to pack everything up and start the long hike back to the truck.
2,200 inches.
Yeah, which is 2,200 inches. Well, that's pretty much it for us. We're packing up, heading to the truck. I'll see you guys back at the house. Well, back at the house, and we'll just say it's the next day. Now, I got all that gold cleaned up. I didn't mess with the small stuff. There was quite a few little pieces, but not enough there to make any difference on the weight. So, what do you say we jump over to the scale and see how we did? Okay, the first thing we're going to do is weigh our monster nugget here. 1.26 grams, and we'll throw the rest on there. And we ended up with 1.65 grams. Well, a little over 1.5 grams. I'm okay with that. You know, we're in the middle of winter, or what should be winter. I think winter has finally hit though, because it's been raining pretty good out there. Snow levels down to 1,500, 2,000 feet. So hopefully we'll get some water over that spot, get some of that stuff moved out of there, give us a new slate to work with, and see if we can find some gold. Now, as soon as this storm clears up, Jeff and I have plans on doing a little scouting trip, see where we can get and where we can go play. And before I forget about it, I've decided I am going to do a couple, 3 videos on moving boulders. So that'll be coming out soon. I'm working on the first one right now, is just basically the equipment and stuff like that you're going to need. So there is going to be a boulder moving series coming. All right, well, that's pretty much all I got on this one. I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Jeff finished his hole, didn't find a thing. All right, well, I'll see you back at the house.
I haven't even done it yet.
Yeah, make me reshoot that one.
Hail. Little gold.
Little gold is better than no gold.